Got a Anker PowerConf C200, and the main reason why I got this is it is a 2K 95 degree FOV, and that is one of the main reasons why I got it. And from with the reviews that I've seen, it has a fantastic screen on it. So let's go ahead and get this out. I've already set the software up on the computer, and you do need the software to adjust the FOV. A very simple piece of software, very simple piece of hardware. It does come with a really long USB-C to USB-A connector, and if you had a USB-C to USB-C cable, you could use that also. And you can see on the back it is USB-C, so you just plug that in, and that is how that works. It has a privacy screen built into it, and you can see it's red whenever it's covered, which is really nice, and I like that they did like an iris kind of cover. It's a neat little touch. But we'll go ahead and open that up. It does fold down and come out so that you can connect it to your screen. So basically this will sit on the edge of your screen, and then you use this to hold itself on, such as if I set it up here, and then it'll just basically hold on. So there it is. So I'm just going to be holding it because I want to play around with it. So let me see if I can get this hooked up real quick. Plugged it in, and immediately you can see that it picked it up. And there we are. Say hi there. You can see if you can zoom in. It looks very good. So let's go ahead and set it up, and we'll play around with it. I will put it up here actually. And it's kind of high because of where my screen is, but it says, hey, here you go. You can see, you can switch between the connectors and stuff like that, but I don't care about that. So if we look, there's some good settings here. You can switch between the 360 if you only want a small and you don't want it like your computer having to work really hard, but if you're looking for the best quality, you want to be up to the 2K. And then you can see that you can switch in between angles. There is a 65, there's a 78, and there is the 95. So if you want a nice wide area, you want to go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn on the anti-flicker, which helps with this back here. What's really nice is that there is an imaging section where you can mess around with brightness and stuff built into the software, or if you have another piece of software like OBS or TikTok Studio or something like that, you can use that. You can just optimize the brightness by clicking that. You can do the auto balance white, or you can play around with your own auto white balance if you want to make yourself a little bit more on the orange side. And there is also an autofocus piece. So if you want to, and I could probably click on this and use the arrows, you can see that it's focusing, get a little bit closer. And this works really well if you want to have just focused on a specific area and not everything else around it. So you can get that kind of fuzzy look around everything else, but it's actually focusing on everything. The other thing I've seen a lot of people do on videos is to show things up close. Actually, I'll use the box because, so if you want to show the box, and it should, oh, I don't have it on autofocus. You gotta turn autofocus on if you want that to work. So if you like that, you can see that it autofocuses directly on the thing that you're showing. So when it goes back, you'll see that it autofocuses back on you. So that works really nice. There is a horizontal flip. If you're recording, if you're writing something and you want to make sure that the letters come out not reversed, you can do that. But the zoom on it seems to work really clear. You can basically read the letters on that. That's awesome. So it seems like we have a good camera here. I'm excited to use it. So if you're looking for something and you want that wider view, definitely check this out. It does have a dual microphone setup on it. I was not impressed with it from what I heard on other videos, and I don't plan to use a webcam's microphone. I've never really heard of anybody really having to do that. But if you're in a conference type situation, that would work fine for you. But if you're looking for a higher experience, I would use a different microphone. But I absolutely, and like I said, the angles and frames is really what I think this is the highest quality kind of thing for this. And that's one of the main reasons why I got that. And that's what makes this camera shine. So check it out.